it going, guys? PK's on the phone. How are you? Good. This is me pretending that you actually answer to me when I ask you a question. Okay, so back to this macro just quickly once again. Either we're making 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 end of the bull run. You get out, you take your profit. Nobody can blame you. Nobody should blame you. If not, 1, 2 massive run incoming yet. So how do we measure wave 5? Well, you take this tool and you measure the wave 1 and you go to the terminus of the wave 4 and then you apply, and you're gonna get a 1-to-1 if the wave 3 is extended. Although in crypto we did have moments where wave 5 was an absolute beast, but we should keep it conservative and just focus on this for the moment. So it falls somewhere there on the 106k, 107k per Bitcoin. So we just started our road towards that 100k per Bitcoin, because I think that last video when I made a video, I said that I think that the bottom is in, and well, I'm glad I called that. So yeah, one way of approaching this, I'm not gonna go into this again, just looking at the current price action. One way to approach this is, if you don't want to bother with the whole micro time frame, what is this, what did it build exactly, well, just put that. And we did break the base channel. Now we're forming this wave 3 or yellow wave 3, or this 3 is already in and now we're gonna form a 4. Well, end of the day, we're out of the channel. Now we can apply the second channel and see how far the 3 goes, or we can apply it already here, descend down to our wave 2. Well, if we consider that this is a wave 4, well, we can already put our channel here and wait. But if not, we still hold it there. And the moment we lose this channel, well, we can consider that the impulse is done and that the retracement is starting. And what do we want? Well, we want a 3-wave move, and then we want the continuation towards 100k. Yeah, it's good that we broke all of these targets that I mentioned earlier, like the previous wave 4, the descending channel of this pattern. All is good. We're forming a beautiful impulse, and all we want is to buy a retrace, not a financial advice. So the other way to look at this pattern here, I'm gonna zoom it quickly for those that are actually interested in Elliott wave. All right, so one way to look at it is that you put a leading diagonal here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then you measure from the origin of the impulse, for the motive wave, to the top of the motive wave, and you send it down to the wave 2, and we are getting there. And I think that if I turn off the log scale, yeah, so this is perfect actually. We could even consider this being a wave 3 and now wave 4, and we're forming a wave 5 over there. Apply the channel. Descend into the wave 4, or the terminus of wave 4. Touch the median line. That's one target for the wave 5. If it's gonna do some shenanigans in the sideways and put a little bit more, this is enough for me to say that this happened, right? And then we drop from this channel. First support, we look at the previous wave 4 area, we have a little bounce, and hopefully we buy the retracement. for all of you that are gonna say this cannot be a contracting leading diagonal because wave 3 is larger than wave 1. I understand you. This is how I learned it before. This is how I learned it from the books in the Trade Devils. However, Elliott Wave International has new rules about diagonals. If it's contracting, wave 3 can be larger as long as the wave 5 is smaller than the wave 3 and that the shape is contracting. So if you wanna research more about it, you can buy the latest Elliott Wave by Prechter, the latest edition of the book, and see it for yourself. All right, so that would give us wave 1 of Bitcoin, and catching the wave 2, it's always the same. 0.5 retracement, put your bids and hope for the best. Let's take a look at Ethereum quickly. So this one is a bit of a headache because I had to put it index to find the proper Elliott wave form, and even though this looks like a sideways, I can count a 535 and then a 3 and then a 535. So either we're forming some sort of a triangle. Well, this is going to be the wave D and the wave E, but you put the normal price, if you don't put the index, you're not going to have this wick here. You're going to have the lowest point over there, and then this would perhaps be the lowest point in total, and that would fulfill the double zigzag pattern, because I never really like to truncate double zigzags. In case of index on Ethereum, I would be forced to. However, I think that we're also forming an impulse here, and I think that this one, like, this is so ugly that you cannot really count it, but this tells me that this is happening, and then like not even the first wave 3 is done. Like wave 1 and then inner 1 2 3 4 5 for the 3, 4 and 5. Also, if Bitcoin starts retracing, Ethereum is gonna follow, and in my opinion, the retrace is for buying. At the end of the bull run, or my targets for Ethereum would be around 10k per Ethereum, like 8 to 10k. Currently it's sitting at 3.5. Let's look at Link. Link also formed a nice impulse that began in June last year. So all of this, and now we potentially have a bottom as well. If you put, say, 4 hours, for example, and turn off the logarithmic scale, you have the linear scale right now. We have the golden zone exactly touched here, and it could go from there. What I don't like is the size of the W to Y. I mean, it's fine. It can pass. It's not 1-to-1 though, and this is pretty shallow for wave C. Although when the market is impatient, the wave C is going to look ridiculous, and then you might be waiting for something like this. And another 5. If we say that this is 535 and this was 535, so WXY, but this thing never comes, and this goes without you. Well, first level to break here as well. This supposed B wave, I mean, if it's a wave 4 of this little supposed impulse, not a whole lot you can really do about it. Currently it doesn't look like an impulse, but this can also be a 1-2-1-2, because if everything is gonna go, Link is gonna go as well. And if you think that this is a wave 1 only, and the wave 2 is here, or wave 2 is there, the potential target for link would be in linear scale 40 per one coin, and log would be it's a beast of $150 per coin. However, the bearish case scenario would be that we had a W and now we have X, and we need another move like this down there. Just saying. I don't think that that would be the case. All right, so Cancer. So this one, it did break everything that I told him to. So finally, and I think that this looks like it's done, and that we did have our first A wave. Like we have A, we need a B, and we need a C. If, however, this was the wave 3 only, and now we have a wave 4 here and a wave 5 there, it's even better, because we're gonna break more of the structure there. But I don't think so. I think that this stopped, this found local top. Here, how did I do it? Local top is in my opinion. Let's take a look at this. So we did drop off the channel, and let's look at that. So hitting the 50 zone, I wouldn't short, but I would buy. I would buy here. Back the truck up of XRP. And if you take a look at the all-time XRP chart, you can regard it as a 1, 2, 3 massive forever lasting triangle 4 and 5. And if you don't want to look at it that way, if you want to consider that the 1 would be somewhere there, 2, 3, 4 and 5, well then this could be a wave A, a wave B, and now we're gonna have a wave C. Well, then you apply this size there, and this is never gonna happen for XRP. So how do we measure our targets? Since we have this as the most current dominant pivot, we are gonna do that as a measure, and then we're gonna look at 1618. No, that's not gonna happen. Realistically, if this is a wave 1 here, and now we're building the wave 2, 3, 4 and 5, assuming, only then I would go to maybe do something like that, and then measure the potential too for the targets, because Ripple is so Cancer that you don't know when is it gonna go, when is it gonna stop, because look at this face melt here. Of course, 2017, 2018, I know. This is what we have for the moment. Another one that I liked the structure was with this leading expanding diagonal, and if you consider this is 1 and this is wave 2, and look at that leading diagonal retracement, it hit 0.78, and now we're potentially leaving up at the price of almost $2 per opus. What would be the target for the wave 3 then? A target for wave 3 would be, oh my god, okay, this 8.5. I don't even want to go to logarithmic, do I? No, I don't. Anyway, structure wise, I like it. The other one that I like also would be this clean 535 on Ori, and we seem to be forming an impulse. Let's see if it's gonna break this. If it gives another wave down, I think it's a good buying opportunity as well. All right, all in all, I think that the continuation of bull run is in front of us. Up until the next time, have a lovely day, guys.